A bit of Shannon Knoll, nothing like a bit of Shannon Knoll. Tuesday morning. It's actually the Murphy Brothers. Absolutely brilliant stuff.
Great song, man.
Yeah, brilliant stuff called Rise. Of course, it's the new album, I think, soon to be released. And in fact, well,
I'm going to dedicate it to you. It's Rise, I Believe in You.
The cat just dragged in our great mate Chris Murphy. I've known for a long time. I got introduced through Lockie Reed, my former Channel 10 counterpart. He's still there, I'm not. But Murphy's here.
He's not sore about it at all.
No, we did it. And we did
the war, mate.
We did a bit of work at 6IX together and the like. And he's still cranking along beautifully. Thanks for coming in.
My pleasure, boys. How are you?
Rock stars love the morning.
I was going to say, I didn't know there were two 7 o'clocks. There's one where you get up and have a tequila and then go and do a gig, and then there's this.
Hey, thanks for coming in. And it is a nice song. The Murphy Brothers going gangbusters. So when's the album out?
Well, the album will probably be out roughly mid-January.
Okay.
So we're hoping before Christmas, but this album and the last one we're pressing to vinyl because that's the new, audio files are back in that. So, but there's a bit of a waiting list with pressing. So mid-January will be out, but we've been releasing singles all through the year, including that one, Rise.
Yeah.
So just generating the algorithms and getting everyone excited and doing video clips and stuff.
When you say vinyl, are you talking about...
Yeah, records. Yeah,
they're back.
Yeah, well, they've been back for a couple of years. But
yeah. Go get yourself a deck, mate.
Go and get a Taylor Swift record. It'll cost you about $130.
Is that right? So all those ones, because at Mum and Dad's place, we've got all my old 50,
old 45s.
Yeah, all my 45s and
LPs.
Yeah, I've got my Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons and my Neil Diamonds and
so
my.
Just a little shout out to Bobby and Pop. Kim will be around today to absolutely raise your records.
Just found out they're worth something.
Yeah.
And the record player, I'll take that too.
The old
little diamond tip.
Marantz or something like that.
Oh, it's a beautiful little thing. Pat, I think I think it might be that. So you've been busy.
We have been busy, yeah. It's been an interesting sort of 12 months for my family, as most people are aware.
Tough one, mate.
It's been a tough one, yeah. But we have been quite productive. They say, when things are going hard, you just work through it, you know what I mean? Not that we've been ignoring, family stuff, but we love what we do anyway. It was never anything that we were pushed to do, and a lot of guys that started out at the same time as us sort of got about halfway through and went, this is too hard. So they might, even if they're doing gigs, they're not making records and stuff. But my brothers and I have just always loved it. It was the first thing we wanted to do was write songs and make records. And
2006, I'm going to take you back 18 years ago. This is you.
Little girl, get on your shoes. Gonna hear some sound. Come on, babe. There ain't no time to mess around. Even let your hang out.
Bit of Evie, of course, Australian Idol 2006. You finished fourth in that series. I know a bit of reflection. We're going to get you to play some tunes a little bit after 7:30.
Who dudded you?
Hey?
Who dudded you?
Who won that year?
Damien Leith.
No, he's kicked on.
Leithy.
He kicked on.
Yeah, he was in town just recently.
Yeah. And who are the judges?
We had Kyle Sanderlands.
Mark
I didn't mean to
Holden.
chuckle as I said that. We had
Be
Kyle
careful,
Sanderlands.
be careful.
Yeah, he was a judge. Oh, my God. And Marsha Hines.
And Mark Holden.
Beautiful lady, Mark Holden.
Wow. Did you enjoy that whole experience? Or was it what we saw and what you participated in very different?
No, it was pretty straight up back then. All that stuff was pretty straight up. And I did enjoy it. The only regret, I'm not the sort of person that has a ton of regrets, but the only thing I do regret is I didn't enjoy it as much as I should have done at the time. Because you're always thinking about the next thing you've got to do, and I want to be good for that, and I want to avoid that, and I want to do this. So you're in that headspace, and I should have just been going, some of the things we did.
Awesome.
Unbelievable. Like Pinch Yourself, I remember singing at the 2006 Grand Final.
Yes, West Coast.
So we're up there with all the idols and we're doing Waltzing Matilda. 100,000 people, right? Unless you're Paul McCartney or, Prince or whatever, and not even him anymore. You're not going to play to that kind of... Well, it's true. Well,
I like that type of stuff.
Yeah.
That's sort of dark comedy we like.
You're not going to play to that sort of audience, really, 100,000 people.
Yeah.
And while we were waiting to go on, and because I was 30 at the time, so I'd already had kind of a career anyway, put out some records and done some stuff. So I wasn't a rookie. And we're waiting to go on, and there's a group of 4 guys sort of huddled, and they're talking. And I look over, and it's Daryl Braithwaite, Joe Camilleri, John Paul Young, and Brian Mannix. And I'm going, oh, my God, there's like my childhood soundtrack standing having a chat in the corner, right? And there's a couple of the young girls that were on the show next to me going, who are those guys? And I'm going, you should just excuse yourself and leave and don't talk to them, right?
Or me ever again.
I'm shimmying on over, right, because I just want to say g'day at some point. And, it clearly becomes obvious this guy's making his way closer and closer. And as they all sort of open up the huddle, Joe Camilleri sees me and goes, oh, g'day, Chris, how you going?
Oh.
And, you have that moment inside.
He knows
who I am. And that was probably my favourite. I mean, I know it's a surreal or an abstract thing to bring up of that whole journey, but one of my favourite things that I was... And he was standing there at the time he had a new baby. I think he's got about 100. But he is Maltese and old. But anyway, he had his... she was 18 months old. Her name was Charlie. But my wife was pregnant with our daughter, Ella, who's now 17 and a half, nearly 18 years old. And we knew we were having a girl. And so I was away from home on this show, clucky as hell. And I'm talking to one of my heroes. First concert I ever went to, no joke, was the Black Sorrows, right? The Hold On To Me tour. Standing there talking to this guy. But I keep looking at this beautiful little baby girl because I'm about to have one, And he goes, oh, you got kids? And I said, well, I've got a couple of step kids, but I'm about to have my first baby girl. And he goes, do you want to cuddle?
No.
And I go, yeah, yeah. So he gives me his daughter. I'm standing there talking to Joe Camilleri about music and rock and roll and his records, holding his baby girl on my hip.
Just pinch myself moments.
What is this? Yeah. What world am I living in, Really cool.
I interviewed Joe Camilleri when he was...
I loved the Black Sorrows.
He said, you just let me get out of the car because I'm walking into Bunnings to buy an orchid. There's always orchids available at Bunnings. You walk in and as you're walking out past the cash, there's always... He said, I just need a Chinese orchid or Japanese orchid or something. It was bizarre, but he's a lovely fella.
He's the loveliest man. He really, really
He's nicer than Glenn Shorrock.
And someone's got to whack.
And who's the other one?
I just put out a single that features Glenn Shorrock. I'm not even joking. Like November 4th, single came out.
He's a ripper.
Vanessa have you done anything with Vanessa Amoroso?
No, Vanessa Amoroso, not a fan of Vanessa. When you were just looking to make your mark and look, I used to do it. I don't know if you know. We used to do a footy show.
Yeah, I do remember it very well.
Oh, my God.
Western Front.
Yes, thank you very much.
He loves it, mate. He gets movement every time he sees someone.
Well, we did ask him to produce a song because at the time, the great Nick Nat Nui was absolutely flying. Now, when Chris was coming into the studio, this has not been set up, so I don't even know if he can remember the song. But I'm going to ask you, can you do your best and just throw out a bit of Flying Fijian for us?
I will.
Going to the news, here's Chris Murphy in the studio, Flying Fijian when Nick Nat Nui was at the peak of his powers.
Should have tuned my guitar if you ever got here. Watch out, you hardly see him. Take a bow, Flying Fijian. Nick Nat, you'll have to see him to believe it. Nick Nat, you'll have to see him to believe it.
Yes. Hey, I'm still alive.
That's my best Eddie Vedder impersonation. I'm still alive.
I'm going to need you here every morning.
So is that Pink Floyd?
Pink Floyd?
Who is it?
What's wrong with you?
No, I'm being serious.
That
Pearl
is
Jam, mate.
Pearl Jam. Sorry.
That's our theme song.
Is it really?
It has been for 3 years.
Is it really? I seriously didn't know what our theme song was.
What's wrong with you?
No, I want Rise. I want the Murphy Brothers. The new album coming out, Something in the Water, called Rise. Okay. I Believe in You. Give us a bit of that.
Okay. I've got to remember how it goes.
Without your brothers.
I've got sinusitis as well.
I know.
And it's early. I'm just saying.
Mate, I spent the whole day in hospital with a heart attack yesterday.
I did. No, you didn't. You spent the whole day in hospital with a rib injury.
He does that every Monday. You won't be held down. You cannot be denied. The sun will reach the sky. First you have to rise. You are gonna rise. It's all that you can do. You are gonna rise. I believe in than you.
Yeah, nice work by you. Hey, Murph, you've performed at Sandover Medal, Waffle Grand Final, Wildcats you've done, I think, in this might have sung the national anthem, the Wildcats. Yeah, I mean, what aspirations have you got? Have you got any other, I mean, AFL Grand Final, you don't get much bigger than that.
No, that's right.
Melbourne Cup. Have you been to the Melbourne Cup?
Oh, just last week, actually.
Did you really?
Yeah, for the first time. I can't believe you
What
asked
for?
me that. Well, my brother-in-law, my wife Sherry's brother, turned 50, and he won a bit of money on the trots last year, and he said, taking you all to Melbourne Cup for my 50th. And we went, oh, okay, sure. And no, he was serious.
You went to the Cup?
And it was amazing, actually.
Right.
Have you ever been?
Yeah.
Of course you have. You're Tim Gossage. For a second, I forgot who I was talking to.
I worked on Melbourne Cup for 7 years.
Did you?
Loved it.
And me too. And then we went to Oak Day as well on the Thursday.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it was cool.
No performing, no nothing.
No, although, no, I didn't. Except that when I don't know, we caught an Uber from our hotel to the train station because it's quicker to actually catch the train to Flemington.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so we did that on the way, which was normal, just get on the train. I'm used to that. I've lost my licence enough. Anyway, on the way back...
Surprised you drove in. To be brutally honest with you.
I'm back, baby. Don't worry about that. I take a break every few years.
He's
Me and
a
the
points
Cops have an
man.
arrangement.
He's a points man. For those who are asking how he loses, he's a points man.
I'm a points man, yeah. Anyway, the train ride in is fine. Train ride home.
Oh, that's messy.
Oh, it's great. Sing along. So, yeah, I did perform actually a bit on the train back from Flemington to the city.
How good would that be?
Bit of horses, bit of You're the Voice,
Were you watching Ronan Keating going, hey, get off. Get off, I'll take care of this.
I did meet Ronan back when I was on Idol. He came to the house one night and we put on mojitos. He's a mojito man.
Right.
And that's the funny thing, and I know that you guys both know this when you've met so many people, famous, super famous, kind of famous, whatever, that you go, oh, that guy's kind of a dick. That guy's great. And there's always this thing, and you never know. Ronan Keating is proper the nicest guy you'll ever meet. Like, really sweet, humble guy. And we were drilled like, he likes mojitos. He's asked, he wants to drink mojitos. So we're learning how to make mojitos, which is kind of cool anyway. Yeah. But anyway, so we're making mojitos. But then it was like, if there's not a glass in his hand, you make sure there's one there. So all night I'm going, okay. So at one point he doesn't have a mojito and I go, oh, I'll make you a mojito, Ronan. And he goes, don't worry about it. I just want about it. I said, no, mate, I'll get you one. It's clearly been 30 seconds since you've had one in your hand. I'll make you one.
I'm so sorry.
Don't worry about it. I can have a cup of tea.
He's moving to Australia, moving permanently. Yeah, he's coming to live out. I think his wife's Australian, isn't she?
She might be,
I think they're moving out here permanently. Hey, we're going to get a breakaway and come back. We're going to play us to another break. Play us one of your favourites. I don't care what it is, just something that you rattle off at you. Do a lot of corporates. If you're a business and you need a corporate singer, this is the man, Chris Murphy, best in the business.
Somewhere deep inside, something's got a hold on you. It's pushing me aside, so it stretch on forever. I know I'm right for the first time in my life. That's why I tell you, you better be home soon. Everywhere you go, you always take the weather with you. Everywhere you go, you always take the weather. Everywhere you go, always take the weather with you. Everywhere you go, always take the weather with you.
Chris Murphy in the studio. Don't forget the Murphy Brothers soon to release a new album called Something in the Water, called Rise, I Believe in You. And he's played AFL Grand Finals, Sandover Medals, Wildcats, Hall of Fame. He's done the lot. He's an absolute legend and he's in the studio. So too, all those things and above is Mark Duffield. He's in after 8 o'clock.
Good morning, Tim. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Scott.
Good morning,
Mark.
First time I've been in here with 4 people. It's a crowded house.
Oh, look at that.
No.
Look at that.
You've changed since you left the West Australian. You've actually got a sense of
You've
humour.
got a personality now. What can you say?
No, some of those stories are pretty funny.
Very good point you make there.
What would be your go-to karaoke song?
What's your song, Duff?
Please say Dancing Queen.
No, it's American Pie. on that vintage.
Long time ago.
Yeah, I know, but that's a lot of you up there on stage for a long time.
I know, it's too much for the audience to bear. They usually leave halfway through, but...
Don't Go Breaking My Heart is a strong one. The Elton John Kicky Day, that's very strong. That's the one I would sort of do.
Don't Stop Believing by Journey.
Really?
Oh, mate, you wait. I've got just
Just
the
a
voice of
small
an angel.
town girl.
Yeah.
Come on, Scotty.
Yeah.
It's almost as good as your
Just
moustache.
because you got a head like, just because you get like a sewing machine doesn't mean you're a singer.
Oh,
Hey, you are doing Movember, eh?
There's a story behind that. We'll get to it later, but it shows how well it's going that it. On November the 12th, no one's noticed.
in his defence, he did start in 2017.
It's Fraser Gary's fault. He says do something, you do something.
Well done. Hey, Duff, what do you got coming up after 8 o'clock?
We're going to talk some footy with Ricky Smith, the coach of the Claremont Colts team. Obviously, they've got a big crop of players coming through in this draft, probably 5 or 6. We'll chat to him a bit about that and possibly about the inherent advantages that the Claremont Colts team has year in and year out. We're going to talk to Ben Smith from the West Australian about some rugby and some soccer. Of course, the Glory 5-0 down to City on the weekend. And did you see the goals?
14 goals I've coughed up in
I didn't
4
watch
weeks.
the goals.
It was hard to
I
watch.
struggle to watch soccer highlights.
It was-
Times.
Yeah, well, they weren't
They
highlights.
don't have any of the Glory at the moment. None.
Shame, isn't it?
Yeah, and Ashton Turner. We'll talk some cricket with Ashton Turner.
Brilliant stuff.
Big
All right.
show.
Mark Duffield in after 8 o'clock.
Awkward silence.
No,
he's reading
We'll now
text.
throw to some awkward silence.
no, hang on, mate. Hang on, mate. I'm trying to
No,
piece
I've worked with
What
you
I've
before. I
done-
know how it works.
I've taught him to read the text in his head
Dust back.
first before he reads them out loud.
dust back.
Before I go, Chris, can you do the River, Bruce Springsteen?
Oh, I can't. But I'll do some Bruce Springsteen.
Give me some Bruce Springsteen.
Very early for him.
No, it's actually in a range I could probably do it this time. Hey, little girl, is your daddy home? Did he go and leave you all alone? I got a bad desire. Oh, I'm on fire. Nice. Tell me now, baby, is it good to you? Can it do to you the things that I do? I can take you high. Oh, I'm on fire.
Oh, listen, us two are sitting around the fire.
Nice one, boys. Next time, same key as me. Yeah.
The same what? Yeah.
Well, as you know, I went to a Bruce Springsteen concert. You know this story. I went to a Bruce Springsteen concert many moons ago. I got tickets.
Yeah.
It was the worst concert I've ever been to.
Yeah.
I remember you telling me that. Yeah.
He threw it in on a Sunday, and
Yeah.
he didn't play any of his hits. This is without a word of lie.
He did the artist Nightmare.
Really?
Here's one from the new album.
Worse than the new album.
We've got a new album coming out too.
Yours, full original. I love it. And I love Rice. I legitimately, I love you, mate. Every time I see you, I always come and say good day. And I love you when you're at shows that I'm at.
Yes, you
this
are the best.
Rise is a beauty.
Thank
I really
you, yeah.
like it.
Yeah, it's funny. Kieran and I, my brother Kieran and I were saying it's funny how we feel like we're just hitting our stride, and now we've had this massive roadblock, with Court being sick. But
How's he doing?
he's doing good. He's the quick answer. Yeah, he's doing good. As everyone knows, it was a bad diagnosis or bad prognosis when he got it. But 6 months later, he's still kicking on. He hasn't done a show. He gets very tired very quickly.
Not that important. The show.
No, it's not. It's not. But we're still trying to do stuff, and we've been recording with him all year. So we hope to have another record after this new one, another one next year sometime, because it's what we love.
Yeah.
And he
you're
still
darn
sounds
good
like
at
an
it,
angel.
mate.
Oh, you're very kind. Thank you. But he still sounds like an angel. It's just gets tired, and he's our best mate. And
Yeah. Well done, well spoken. Thoughts are with him, no doubt, and all. Mate, we appreciate you coming in. It's a sports station. I know you've done a lot of sports performances, as we've mentioned a couple of times. What was your sporting prowess as a kid growing up? What were you good at?
I did a bit of tennis. I liked tennis. I remember. Oh, this is a weird story. But I used to hit the ball up against the wall. Do you remember doing that? Just over and over again. But while I was doing that, I was making up songs, and I thought I was weird until I was speaking to another friend of mine who was like a mentor, and I said to him, where do you go to write songs? Like, what's your trick? Because every songwriter has a different. He goes, to be honest with you, I grab a golf stick and a ball, and I go and whack the ball, and all the ideas come to me. And I said, I used to hit a tennis ball up against the wall. It must be something about doing something physical, take your mind, your mind is free to. But
Very similar. I used to hit the tennis ball up against the wall and go, well, I wish I had some friends to play with. I wasn't making up songs
some
in my
friends
head.
and a ball to kick to them.
Where's my friends?
But I actually did okay at cricket. Is the quick answer.
Oh, okay.
No.
I went to David Banks cricket camp. I was chosen, only kid from my school.
Yeah, right.
Could have been a wicket keeper, but I saw a kid. I played C grade, so I didn't get much better than that.
Don't.
But
It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah,
Just see if you can have a cricket conversation without mentioning
You
it.
know, I took 9 for 8, 7 for 1, 7 for none in three consecutive weeks, and I've got the bowling average of 3.6, and I've got the trophy in my car to prove it.
I didn't know it, but I believe it.
That's all, mate.
I believe it.
I was
I
anything.
believe it.
I was anything, mate. Seriously.
That's a new one.
Many a time, Goss has said to me, "Come out to the car and have a look." And I said, "You know what?
I'm not falling for that again.
I'm not falling for that again."
All right, hey, mate, appreciate you coming in. Thanks you. I know it's a trek to come in because you live in sort of Gero way, but thanks for driving in. We
Look for the
appreciate
album,
it.
everyone. Look for the album.
Look for the album, and if you're at a corporate or you're a corporate business and you just want this bloke to play for you, he will not let you down.
Or a
He's
40th down by the Swan.
That's right.
amazing. Hey, mate, yeah, just
Thanks to the
play
Rain Dog.
us out to our break, mate. I don't know if you know, but we have our breaks on this radio station. Alrighty, this is Chris Murphy. Murphy Brothers soon to release a new album called Something in the Water. Get behind our local talent, Scotty and Goss.
Oh, think twice. It's just another day for you and me in paradise. Oh, think twice. It's just another day for you and me in paradise.